State funding is taking funds directly from the arts in order to better prepare students in subjects such as math, reading, science, and grammar. These subjects are what students are prepping for throughout their time in school before college and other higher education. Technology has also been a primary source where funding is being poured into because we are moving towards a more tech-savvy society. However, this is causing our students' minds to turn off their creativity and taking away outlets that give them the tools that are still and always will be valuable in society and any workplace. So why are the arts valuable in today's society? Well, as Julie Day Roper says in her journal, Challenging the Youth Policy Imperative, Engaging Young People Through the Arts, that there are three types of reasons the arts are valuable to children in school today. The first being psychologically. The arts have been known as a valuable outlet for struggling students. So when a student goes and sees a therapist at a young age, oftentimes that therapist will encourage their students to go out and be in the arts, whether that's in a painting class, a theater class, music class, dance class. It gives them a freedom for their minds to actually let go of what's going on in the current situation at home and really free their minds up. The second being creatively. The arts are allowing students the ability to express themselves. It's also encouraging and allowing self-growth. So students are finding out who they are as people in the world through the current arts and the education system. The third being socially. The arts are encouraging social interactions, and it's building bonds, direct bonds with other students. So a student who's going to be on their cell phone and their computer and all these things 24/7, who's not going to be as socially inept, is being forced to actually go with other students and create. And it's going to build bonds and friendships that will last, hopefully, a lifetime. So, if arts do all these things for our students, why have we made direct budget cuts in the arts? Well, if you look at this graph right here, you'll see at the budget cuts and how much money we've actually been dropping since 2008. And if you check out this next graph, you'll see where those budget cuts are actually going. And if you see that most of them are not going to anything to do with arts, but more towards sports uniforms than anything else. And, I mean, that kind of just seems a little fishy to me. I don't know. Sports uniforms or education for our students. How our students look on a baseball field, education for our students. But funding is also going towards a lot of technology, testing, and also college prepping. A lot of high schools right now are very big into preparing your students to be ready for the higher education, because higher education is a necessity, yes. And we do need to budget there, yes. But how can we save to actually fund the arts as well? So, how can we help? Well, we can start helping by being aware. Spread the word. Tell everyone you know. Tell everyone that budget cuts have been coming straight from the arts and we're losing these programming, schooling, and educations. Support funding if you can, or when you can. When you're older, make sure the arts are being funded. It's going to benefit people in the future. And know that it's not too late. It's not too late to start supporting. You can always pitch in when you can. You can also support without money. You don't have to give direct money to help support the arts. There's plays and art shows and all these events going on locally or wherever you are, all over the place. Go out and support them. Take your family, take your friends, take your dates. And there's also out-of-school opportunities. We don't need to be in school to actually learn and be a part of arts in everyday life. We just need to learn how to invest and invest in a program that best suits us. So I have this amazing job. I work through Playhouse and Square in an outreach program called ASAP, which stands for After School Acting Program. And what that program allows is for teachers to come in and go to different schools in Memphis, public schools, city schools, a number of schools we go to, and I think we now have 14 schools that we're actually teaching at in the after-school acting program, which allows kids to come in and learn how to act and do things like that, and we actually end up teaching them to write their own play, and they perform it at Playhouse and Square at the end of the semester. And I've worked with amazing kids. There's one kid in particular that I remember. His name is Samson. Samson was illiterate. He couldn't read, or write, and had a very big problem speaking in front of crowds. And it was a long semester, and he had to have a role. He was in the class, and he had to go up, and he had to do a part. And he wanted to play this little dog that spoke every once in a while. We did Hamlet, and we wrote our own version of Hamlet. It was called Omelette, and he wanted to be a dog in it, but he wrote the character himself, and he ended up portraying this dog in Hamlet. And through all this time, he was really struggling. He would be with me every class, and I had to feed him his lines, and he would barely say them, wouldn't say them quietly. But by the end of the semester, he got on stage, and he did everything just perfectly. And this program has allowed these kids to really express themselves, and has helped them in school and make friends and better themselves. And that's what programs in the arts and what we're cutting in schools today are directly affecting, are these kids like Samson who want to learn and want to be a part and want to speak and want to express themselves but just have no idea how. So in conclusion, I'm saying that I really hope that we can still continue to support the arts ourselves in any way possible, whether it's finding an after-school program, or whether it's going and just seeing shows, or painting, or doing anything we can, but allowing students to express themselves is very, very important, especially through the arts, and will continue to grow and affect everyone who does. Thank you.